Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. On the end around, this is Thomas. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Flushed out right. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the run, it's Davis. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Here's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Herbert now. And this complete to Mitchell. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They snap it to Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Here's Herbert. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Bengals hit 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Herbert off of play action. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now it's Herbert.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson. And the Jags are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
Etienne once more.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Arnold Ebiketie gets there for the stop. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. And his pass incomplete.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
Flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jordan Battle.
And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Running out of the gun with ETN.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Lawrence. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Hey, Lion! Take right open.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt.
And the Bengals take over, first and 10.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
A give for Taylor running right side. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD.
Jonathan Taylor.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Well, I think you have to forgive him just a little bit here, because he's out of the pocket trying to make a play. But he rushes this throw and just wings it downfield right over the head of his wide-open receiver.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Hey, run! Hey, I'm gun.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Lawrence going to throw again. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Herbert.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw here, Herbert.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson. And the Jaguars are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line.
They'll look to ETN to start things out. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Now Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So nothing doing there. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
It got his man complete.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And this play still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And that'll be caught.
And he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score. A great play there, with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Jaguars are able to move back in front.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set. Go.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and 10, Taylor now. To the 43, second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Out of the gun, Herbert.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Taylor is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown.
And the thing you have to love about Jonathan Taylor, he's a shifty speed guy most of the time when you hand him the football. But he's not coming off the field when you get down near the goal line because he's as tough and gritty as they come. And he finishes things off here by getting into the end zone.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Slot man moves right.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Aluakin.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
A shotgun snap for Herbert.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Troy Anderson. And the Jags are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Another toe for Etienne.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Well, that's the third interception for Lawrence. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning, so maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Set.
Here's Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And they have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Back to throw. Herbert. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a give to Taylor. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught. Mitchell. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Garrett Stingley picks it, and the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Herbert now. Flushed out right. And some room to maneuver. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
3rd and 5.
21.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
That one taken in by Corley. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
ETN is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, they were down 6 at intermission, but they quickly erased that deficit, and Charles, now they've got a chance to take the lead.
And while being down 6 points, obviously not an insurmountable lead, tying a game up, that just relaxes a whole team, doesn't it? And now when you add the extra point and you go up, you really feel good about what you've accomplished.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the third. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now it's Herbert. And this complete to Mitchell.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, go, go! Go, go! Hey, kill! Here we go.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Hey, easy. Route. Hey, kill.
Now Lawrence rolling to his right. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bengals will... Here, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Alert. Here we go.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Right. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Oh, fighting off the defender.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
Back to throw. Right.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He gets it to Thomas. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Let's go.
Taylor. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
75 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down.
Looking to throw. Right.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
2nd and 3. Touchdown, Bengals.
Darnell Washington
from 3 yards out.
And the Bengals have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Breaks through the contact.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They shakes him off.
A short throw there to Strange. 2nd down and 8. Here's Lawrence to throw.
Finds his tight end Ingram. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Hey, Jupiter.
On play action, Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth.
2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Right.
This to the tight end, Kincaid.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go.
Back to throw again. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Jaguars are right back in this football game.
1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
ETN up the middle. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 58 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Davis. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
11, Agate. Here we go.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Red on the red.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Toss left side for ETN.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Lawrence will throw.
And he'll just get rid of it. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 9.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11.
A 3-yard loss makes it 3rd and 11.
Off play action. Right. Being chased out left. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
To the right side, this is Taylor. And he's got it down to the 28.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Down to the 25.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Cowboy 80. Check go.
A give up the middle to Tomlinson. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Reek Rudolph. And the Bengals force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Come back, team. Let's go now.
Here's Wright, throwing to start the drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Jags are right back in this football game.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Go.
Lawrence. That one down the field for Strange.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 37.
A gain of 16 yards. And
Red,
the
23.
Jaguars first down.
Take right open.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Fuasano American. And the Bengals are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw.
This completes a Corley.
And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Hey, run.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Still fighting for more.
And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
They go to the ground again with Taylor.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
They'll try the left side with Taylor.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants a... And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
A final shot now for Lawrence.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on.